Yeah, your show's
So, hello, welcome to Extreme Home Makeover with Jenna and Renelle. Last week we changed a 90s house to a 2017 model full-on glass. Today we're changing a generic living room to a dim artistic space.
In the old room we have a generic couch, TV lights, and curtains. So repeated and normal.
The couch represents the love for Romeo and Juliet because it symbolizes the comfort of their relationship in the hardest times.
The TV reminds me of the distraction of an antagonist. That's hard to say. Or supervillains like the Joker in The Dark Knight. From the distraction. Oh my gosh, that is wordy. Supervillains like the Joker in The Dark Knight from the main protagonist.
The God represents the father leaving the family when she also had a metaphor that her father shot her as soon as he left because it took away so much from her.
I think it was a great job on the author to incorporate different metaphors within her style to make it different and more realistic. She did.
Okay. Good point. The stories the author explores about these princesses that had to be under the control of the king and they had to do what they thought was right to them.
Oh, remember when the author used the stories intentionally to have readers foreshadow about the reality of the aunts and the grandparents?
Remember the knife that Caddy used?
We decorate homes with knives.
Yeah, I remember when she cut her wrist because of the memory she was recovering. I think the author did a great job using the vivid imagery to explain the pain that she felt.
When she felt that pain, Caddy drew pictures of her memories to make sure she didn't forget about the accident.
The accident was original to this book because that is when everything went downhill. It wasn't really an average love story with its ups and downs. It was more than that. It was tragedy and suspense.
But those traits make a good book so good. It doesn't show a copy of other dramas.
The author Lockhart did a great job explaining that kids can change the way of the adults and their desires.
And our home is done, even though it looks like the way Lockhart described in the book.
That's it.
Don't worry.
Or flashbacks or everything.
One more TV change.
I know.
You're just looking here, all you're like, yeah, go back.
Okay, hello Sharks. I am selling the Library on the Go app. This is by far the largest library app because it has every book known to man. I'm offering 15% stake in my company for $100,000. So far my app has 5,000 downloads within the past 2 weeks that it's been out. This app has gotten excellent reviews and I hope to share the success with one of you Sharks.
What drama-related books do you have involved in this app? What does this app have resource-wise?
It has all kinds of different books, including my favorite book, We Were Liars. As resources go, a person can search a book by author or by the title. They also have mini quizzes and mini summaries. In addition, critiques from people who have read the book. Here's an example of some of those critiques.
This is so crazy.
Yeah, this is crazy.
very often, but this book drew me in, and I ended up loving it. Even as the older guy in the group, I enjoyed the drama involved between Cat and Kay. The darkness of the book was very interesting for me to read, and it always caught me off guard. But I did not enjoy the choppy sections of the book that made me backtrack. If there was something that the book could have done better, I wish that it would have picked up faster to keep my attention, and I wish that there was a cleaner ending.
Hello, Tony Stark here, and I'm here to give you a book review about We Were Liars. Overall, I thought We Were Liars was a very amazing and enduring book. However, I will say the beginning was very slow because I felt it was only there to build suspense for the end. We were able to try and figure out what had happened to Cadence and how she lost her memory, which was very fun to do. But I don't think anyone would have been able to guess that everyone was dead except for Cadence. I wasn't even able to figure it out. The overall timeline of the book was very interesting. I loved how the transition between the present and the past created a very complex novel. The best part of We Were Liars was the ending, hands down. Once you got to the part 4 of the book, it took off. I couldn't even put it down, just saying a lot. It was just so unbelievable how the Liars was able to pull off their mission to destroy the Claremont Mansion, and how Cadence was able to marry their cousins with her their entire 17th summer. And by the time it was revealed they were all dead, I almost threw the book across the room because it made me so mad. Once I had finished the book, I was able to look back and see how everything that I had thought was slow in the beginning was there to make you feel crushed at the end, because you thought Cadence was at the island just catching up with the Liars, when in fact she was only imagining them, which made the ending even sadder. I couldn't believe that. I would suggest this book to anyone, but specifically high school students, because I think it could be a little too complex for younger readers to follow. Overall, this book is one of the best I have ever read.
President Obama. You can just say it.
Okay.
Just pause it.
Okay. Okay, I was just a bit about basically I thought the book was it was well written, it gauged into like a romantic, I guess you could say. But I did not like how it was such a slow pace that it drew readers to like different ideas on what the actual thing was gonna happen. But I did like the book overall.
Hello, cousins. Today I'm talking about our book I recently read, We Were Liars. Overall, I really liked the book and the way that Katie's experiences were explained through intense imagery styles. Not thinking of reading simply because I have a really demanding schedule, but with this book, I made time for it. It's one of those books you end up explaining to your mates, even though they're not reading it because they're However, towards the end, I wasn't a fan of how much jumping around through past tense and future tense, and now it was a little much. But I also didn't like that there's no clarifications of whether the visions of Gat and cousins were ghosts or simply part of her coping mechanism. So, 10 out of 10.
Really enjoyed the book because it was very rhythm. In the beginning, it was very slow, but after finishing the book, I realized that the beginning part was actually really important because there are a lot of details that made a lot more sense once you know the whole twist with the fire. Reading is definitely not something that I enjoy doing in my free time, but I read this book in 2 days, which shows how suspenseful it really is. And you get so interested in all these like little hints that the author drops throughout that you don't want to
I love the vivid imagery that both deep emotion. I'm also a good sucker for a good love story, so I enjoy the romance between Gats and Fatty. I also like how the author gave great deal of suspense, but I believe it was extended a bit too long. I think they should have revealed the climax earlier and gave a more thorough explanation of what really went on. It was also a bit confusing at the moment of reveal because we were led to believe the whole story that the family was still alive and all of a sudden they're ghosts. But their hallucinations, we don't know. They end with this cliffhanger, and
video aspect of the ad makes it very personal.
So what are your sales?
As I stated earlier, this app is extremely new. It's 2 weeks old. 5,000 downloads so far, $2 each, which makes a total of $10,000.
You have a wonderful product that may go places, but for me, it's too early in the process to make a deal because I feel like the market is unpredictable. I'm out.
Thank you.
Those sales are actually very impressive for only 2 weeks on the market. How have you advertised your product?
Through social media is how we've been spreading the word. We have a Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and multiple other accounts in effort to share our product.
How many followers do you have on each account? Is there a gravitation towards your products on social media?
Yes, many people follow and share information and ideas about our product. We have over 6,000 followers on each social media platform.
Do you believe celebrities such as Obama and Harry Potter have helped your sales and publicity?
I believe those celebrities that were featured on our app has definitely helped our sales.
I believe that the reason that your app has been so successful so quickly is solely on the fact that celebrities are featured, and I believe the app will fizzle out over time. I'm out.
I have to disagree that the only reason that we are successful is because of other celebrities. We have an app that is developed with many components that helps our readers. Personal video feedback and live reading of any book in existence is something no other app offers.
I believe you have a great product, but technology involved in the reading market is not something I specialize in. I'm out.
What would you be using the $100,000 to do?
Currently, we are lacking funds for technology to incorporate new and more in-depth components of the app. I believe once we have money for this technology, even more customers will want to purchase our app.
I personally love the product. Endless possibilities are offered in this app. I would like to offer $100,000 for a 20% stake in your company.
Any other offers?
I would like to offer $100,000 for 16% of your company.
I have to go with Jenna. Her deal suits my needs more closely, and she has great ties with many technology companies. Thank you, Sharks, for your time.
So, just really quickly, because that's the end of your extravaganza. So I have a couple questions. First of all, class, do you guys have any like clarifying questions that you have for them about like their book, the plot? Because I know it's like you kind of got revealed things. I just want to make sure everybody gets it. Or like what any of the functions of the parts of their presentation were, if there's anything you're not sure about.